Só um minutinho, gente. Tá demorando para subir a live. Pronto, deu certo. Hello, people from YouTube. Today, we stay here with Erica, Laura, Leanderson for discuss about the goals in our life and how we achieve the goals on our life. And before I start, I share a little things about who the Talk Talk works. The Talk Talk is a platform for learning different language like English, Spanish, Italian, Mandarin, and other languages. I'm a host here. My name is Katiana. I'm not a teacher. I'm like the other host, the other guys here for improve my skills in English. Today I'm so bad because I'm very slow. And before I start with this question, please, Erica, introduce yourself. If you comfortable introducing Portuguese or English, choose which is more comfortable for you.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Erica. I'm here for the first time. I'm a dietitian. No, not a dietitian. I think it's nutritionist. And it's a pleasure to be here. My goal is to learn English, to improve my English level here in this platform, Talk and Talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. And Laura, please introduce yourself.
Guys, good morning, guys. So thanks for having me here also. My name is Laura. I'm 29 years old. I live today with my boyfriend in Campinas, but now today I'm in Portugal. I'm traveling. That's why I'm here 7 a.m. because now it's 11 a.m. So for me, it's okay. And to work, I work with online education. So I'm an instructional designer, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. And for the last, Leanderson, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Leanderson, but you can call me just Leon because Leanderson it's not a great name. I work with as a software developer, so my purpose here is to work in American companies, and for that I need to use English. I need to train English, talk in English, explain things in English. So I'm here to try to speak better. Sometimes I do it very well. Sometimes I do well. Sometimes I need to wait and think what I'm talking about. So that's it. I will try to get better in this question and don't stop and think much. That's it.
Oh, thank you, Leon. So here is the right place for learn a new language. I think I forgot to introduce myself. Guys, my name is Katiana. I'm 4 years old. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm engineer. I work in the ESG area with new projects in the oil and gas sector. I'm married. I have a daughter. The name of my daughter is Ana Carolina. She has 7 years. And I stay here every day and talk for improve my skills in English because it's important in my job, and I have plans for living abroad in the future. I think it's these little things about me. And now, guys, I choose Laura. Please read the question number 1 and answer this question for us, please.
Sure. So let's see it. What are some of your biggest dreams and aspirations, and what steps have you taken or plan to take to pursue them? So I have a dream. It is a dream that it is to live in USA, because it is a country that really values my career. so my job. And the steps that I'm taking to pursue it is to be here at Talk and Talk to learn and develop better my English, and also to study for a PhD. So with a PhD, I know that I can have a job in a US company easily.
Thank you, Laura. And Erica, please share with us your opinion about the question number 1. Erica, you're mute.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay. My answer about the first question is I do like to live abroad as well. I think to live abroad, I need to improve my English. So to be here is the big step to improve my English and what else? And yeah, I think I have this dream to live abroad, and talk and talk, I think can help me to improve my English level. And I will try to study by myself as well. And that's it.
You, Erica. And Leon, share with us.
All right. Well, a big dream, a big goal for me is to give my family a better quality of life. And one of the steps I took in this regard is to start to study English. That's it.
I think the English, it's a big goal for everyone here. And I remember I think it's 2 years ago, the English all my life, it's a problem, guys, because I don't, I study in different courses, but I don't speaking. And 2 years ago, I started talking. In that time, I talk, and I think I talk. And no, it's the limiting my life for improve my conversation in English. And guys, stay here every day, because if you stay here for 1 hour every day, your English in 6 months is totally different. Because I remember in the first moment I broken, I stopped it, but now, for example, it's more easy, because if I don't remember the one word, I choose what other word, and it's part of the process for learning a new language. And for me, I have this biggest dream for speaking English very well. Now I think for me it's more comfortable, I think, because I use in every day here in Talk and Talk. And but when I remember 2 years ago, no, it's so bad, because all the time my mind changed change the things for the Portuguese. And I share one thing with you guys. I think last week I started with the Spanish. And it's so interesting, because my mind all the time choose answer the question in English, because it's more easy. And I have a big difficulty for answer the things in Spanish. And it's so interesting, because when I remember 2 years ago, it's for me, it's so difficult answer the things in English. And now for me, it's comfortable, because if you stay like in that video in the start of this immersion, if you improve 1% every day in the language, in 6 months, it's in 1 year is totally different. And I think it's the key of the success in a language is stay constant every day, have constance every day. Now I read the question number 2. What obstacles or challenges you challenges have you faced in pursuing your dreams, and how have you overcome them or plan to overcome them? I start with this question. When do you, in my case, for example, my biggest dream is the English, and I remember in the past I don't have a place for speaking English, and I go to the IASG or other colleges and speak English one time a week, and it's not possible for speaking very well. And it's for me this space and this time for discuss the things in English, understand what I make mistakes in English. It's so important. And quando eu achei o Talk and Talk, and for me it's totally new, because this space for me it's very special, because we have different times for learning different languages, and it's possible for us use a new language here. And for you, Erica, about this question number 2.
Yes, for me is my big obstacles is to know which English level I have, because I can read, I can write, but I can listen to you because you have the same accent like me. But if I can talk with native speakers, it's so difficult to follow the conversation. And speaking is a big challenge as well, because I have studied in many English schools in Brazil, and conversation, like you said, is like once per month, so once every 15 days. And I didn't practice my speaking. So for me, is the platform Talk and Talk. I will continue here. I will stay here every single day, because for me the big challenge is to speak English. Like the first guy said, I should think before to speak. My mind don't can process the language so quickly like you, for example. So for me, the big challenge is to speak English.
Thank you, Erica. And Laura?
So I have an interesting story about obstacles to develop my English, because in the school that in one of the schools that I studied, it had a segregated classes considered English. So the bad ones stayed together and the good ones stayed together in classes, in English classes of that specific school. And I remember that I faced a lot of challenges speaking English and achieving high grades. So I was in the with the ones that are not good, and this thing was terrible, because it was not incentivate us to improve our English. And so for me, I had this great this big obstacle, but then like I put in my mind that I'm not as bad as someone can think, and that's why I really like Talk and Talk, because we can speak freely with respect, and all of us like are equal, because we are learning English, so everyone is in a specific level, but we are learners, and this is amazing for me, and that's the way that I'm thinking I'm improving a lot, because I can speak freely and with not being disrespect or with a teacher to say that I'm speaking okay or not, because this is not good. Yeah.
Thank you, Laura. And Leanderson?
We are the second question, right? Okay. So I will talk about two challenges. The first is the environment. I have no friend, I have no environment like this to speak English, to train English, to talk in English and things like that. And I was checking my friends, and I have no friend who I can speak in English. Okay, so it's a challenge for me. Maybe I need to make any friends. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe not. But second challenge for me is in the area I work in. I need a good computer, a good notebook to work, and they are not cheap. I think for now I have a good computer, a good notebook to work, but I think I work harder to pay for my computer than I to pay for my car, you know. So it was a really, really hard challenge to win. That's all for me.
Thank you, Leanderson. One thing I think it's interesting share one thing with you guys. I work in a team, in a project, and we have people from other countries. And I remember one thing when Laura said, when the other person correct when you speak in a new language. I remember one thing. These guys, this engineer, don't speak English very well. They don't speak Portuguese, sorry, very well. And everyone in this team understand the process because, for example, Portuguese is so hard for learning. We have different grammatical rules and other things. And everyone understand it's part of the process for these guys understand about Portuguese. And if make a mistake, it's okay. Everyone make mistakes in English, and the language in our meetings it's English, and sometimes it's in Portuguese. When these guys speak in Portuguese, it's totally normal make a mistakes, and everyone in this meeting understand. And this point it's so important. Respect when the other person make a mistake, because if you don't make a mistake in when you learn English, sometimes for some persons stop it and frozen. And it's so important to respect when the persons make a mistake. I make mistakes all the time. I have difficult for put the verbs in the past, return for the verbs in the present, but it's part of the process. And I think it's when they speak about this, Laura, about this school, I remember these things because it's so common in the English schools now. The people do this kind of things, and I think it's because of these many persons don't move on with the English, no?
Yes, because they put the ones that don't speak well together and the ones that speak really well, like, I don't know, fluent, together. So come on, how you can improve that, or even to listen to different people speaking English with that type of process that it's strange, it's not right.
Yes, I agree with you. Guys, about now jump for the question number 3. What role does self-reflection play in understand your dreams and setting meaningful goals? For me, self-reflection it's important because we need to understand in what point you need improve one thing and put the energy in these things. For example, in the past, I listen very well in English, but I don't speak anything because all the time I'm very afraid for speaking English. And I think when you make and when you do a self-reflection, you understand when you need to put the energy for improve. For example, English or other things, it's when you make a goal in your life. Because you need to sometimes put energy in one point in your life. And in the English, I choose improve my speaking. And I think self-reflection is important. In my case, work. And for you, Leanderson?
Well, I don't have much of a coaching profile to answer this question, but I consider that self-reflection serves to remain firm in this achieving the objective.
Thank you, Leanderson. Do you have a baby in your house, Leanderson?
Oh, yes, I do. She's coming
Okay.
there.
Okay, I listen. I'm a mother.
Okay. So you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Thank you, Leandro. And Laura, please share your opinion about this question.
Sure. So I really think that self-reflection plays an important role because sometimes we tend to do what I really believe that we tend to do what the society wants that we do. So our parents or our boss or wherever to think that it's good. So sometimes it is really necessary to stop a little bit and really think what's important for us and about our dreams and not the dreams of others.
Thank you, Laura. And Erica?
Self-reflection is important to know that I'm an English learner, so I can't force myself to do more than I can do. So learning English should be done step by step. And sometimes, not sometimes, but in the past, I think my process in learning English was so bad because I put high goals to me in the short time. So I can't post the goals and I become frustrated about them. So I think the self-reflection is good to where you are and where you can go, but whether you show the first video, né, the smart, there is a time to you set your goals. It for me is important to know that it's obvious, but when you start learning English, you can start very very quickly. Like, oh, today is the day one, and in the next 100 days I'd like to be fluent English. It's not like that, right? So for me, self-reflection now is good because of that. And so bad because in the past I didn't have this self-reflection.
It's so important, self-reflection. And Leanderson, if you need, eu vou falar em português. Tipo, o bebê pode aparecer, tá? Minha filha aparece aqui direto, ela vem aqui na imersão aparecer. Então, se precisar aparecer, fica tranquilo, tá bom? Eu sou mamãe também, eu sei que eles acordam muito cedo no domingão. A minha já tá aqui espoletando.
Se ele reclamar muito, eu pego ele ali.
Tá bom, então. Guys, now I jump for the question. Number 6. I think it's a good question for discussing English.
Or right now.
What strategies do you use for setting realistic and achievable goals? Guys, in the past, I have a big problem because in the past, I choose a lot of goals for improve at the same time. And I don't finish anything. When I compare myself with for example, 5 years ago, I'm this kind of person, but I choose other form for improve my life. And for example, And now, for example, I choose one topic for put my energy. English, for example, or I need, for example, go to the gym for 1 hour. And for me, it's a realistic goal. Because if, for example, I put, no, I go to the gym 2 times for a day. No, it's not a realistic because my life is so crazy and I work here at home and it's so difficult in my case. And I think make a realistic goal. It, in my case, work very well. Leandro, so you have a hand up?
Oh, yes, I did. What question we are on now?
And
Sorry.
the question number 6. Actually,
6, okay.
sometimes I jump between the question. It's the question
Okay.
number 6 now.
Okay, thank you.
And now I share my opinion because for me, I choose one topic and focus in this. And for you, Leanderson, what strategy do you use for setting realistic and activity goals? Achievable. Ai, gente, essa palavra é difícil para mim, sorry.
Achievable.
Achievable. Oh, thank you, Erica.
I usually get in communities with people where I can find guys with the same objective than me. So, for example, before I worked as a software developer, I was working with I work as a telemarketer. So, the first step I did to change my career is to talk with software developers and stay with them and talk on what they think, so how they work, how they talking about what the issues they can resolve and things like that. So the first step is to get in a community where you find that people with the same objective than you. Or it was essential for me, and it's essential for everything I want, everything I can get in. For example, for now, I have the objective to work in American companies and receiving dollar, and to get more quality life and things like that. So for now, I'm working. I'm talking with Brazilian people that stay in Brazil and do exactly what I want to do. So it's a great way to alcançar, não sei alcançar, this goal.
Thank you, Leanderson. And Laura?
So for me, the question 6, I'm trying to discover because I'm in the time that I have no strategy. My life is crazy and I do a lot of things all the time, as you described yourself in the past, Katiana. And so I'm trying to discover how to create and elaborate that strategies. And I thought amazing that tips from Leanderson. For me, it was really nice because I'm also in a, I also made some career transition because I was physicist and then I'm an instructional designer. And I know that there are a lot of communities in instructional design. So yeah, I try that and then I came back to tell if it worked for me.
Thank you, Laura. And Erica?
My strategies are to do things that fit in my life routine. I think is important. So now I'm here and I know I can talk 1 hour per day in English, and it's part of all. For me, it's not a big challenge. I can fit my routine. Second one, I found one people like a coach for nutritionists that can help people in my career to get another place in our career. So it's important to meet people that can help you to achieve your goals and to who can I say, to help you to take step by step your goals. I think it's important, and it to live in a good environment that you can get your goals. And because sometimes you meet the wrong people, these people can say, no, you can't do that because it's so hard, so difficult. And you think, oh my God, really, people is right, I can't do that. So meet people that have the same goals like you is so important as well. I think it's a good strategy to improve your career, your goal. You achieve your goal.
I think Erica copied my question, my answer.
Yes, I believe that.
Okay, that's
But guys, it's so important because sometimes we have these things is so important what you said, Len, because sometimes the person don't improve the other persons. Bota a pessoa para baixo, and it's so sad. And I I agree. Everyone have a possibility for do different things, learning new language, and everyone have a difficult. And you need to stay very close with the person who improve the good things in our life. And these things, what Leon said, it's so important. Stay with the persons who share with you the way, mostra o caminho para você. It's so important. And now I think sometimes I think the humans now it's a selfish. Now sometimes the persons don't take care with other persons, and sometimes it's more easy when you stay together with a good persons who choose who share the way with you, né? Que mostra o caminho. It's so important, Leon, and I agree with Erica and Laura. It's so important, these things. And guys, now I jump for the question number 11. What was been your biggest accomplishment so far, and what did you learn from that experience? Erica, the question number 11.
Oh my God. Accomplish that I get, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think to have my master's degree had be my biggest accomplishment in my life, because people that do the who can I say was undergraduation. I don't think okay, undergraduation. No, it's so hard to continue your studies. So for me, the master's degree is my big accomplishment. And in the next year, I start my PhD. So I think in my life I can say this today about that. My master's degree for me, for my big accomplishment in my life.
Congratulations and thank you. It's so PhD, it's so hard.
Yeah, more 4 years studying.
Yes, let's go. Congratulations. And you, Leon? You're mute,
wait.
Leon.
Okay, sorry. My microphone was mute. So, as I mentioned before, I could talk about my career transition. There are almost 13 people working with customer service. So when I started work with technology and started receiving a better salary and consider myself worthy of it, I realized that I can do things. So was a very important for me to work with another thing and have a better salary and take care about my family. It was biggest step in my life. So I'm trying to make it better every day, right? But I can finish my answer right now.
Thank you. And Laura?
So I had a big accomplishment this year, which was an article accepted to publication in a scientific journal. And so for me, it was a dream in all my career to have that type of scientific work. And from that experience, I learned that when we put a lot of effort and energy on right things, so for me, I studied a lot. I established these small goals to write that article specifically, and also to be able to talk with other professionals and scientists in order to develop better my text. So, like, the result is there, and this article will be published in the end of this year. So, yeah.
Oh, congratulations. Guys, I think we have time for one more question. I jump for the last question. How do you balance the pursuit of your dreams with the responsibility and commitments of everyday life? It's so hard, no, guys? Because sometimes we have a different, você tem vários pratinhos all the same time in your life, and it's so difficult, so difficult. For example, in the English, for example, I choose one hour in the start the day, and I do the English in this eight. Sometimes it's eight between Monday to Friday, because if I don't put in my schedule, I forgot, and don't finish. And for me, it's part of it's part of my routine, guys. For me, it's more easy. And for you, Erica?
I write on paper my schedule. So, for example, the first time if I do every single day, go to the gym. In the middle of the day, I study something, not only about English, but about my major. And I think it's good you divide your day, your 24 hours in your day, in specific areas. In the first hour, you go to the gym. The next 4 hours, I go work. In the lunch time, after lunch, I go study for 30 minutes. I think I can continue motivate to pursue my goals if I putting in my schedule to divide the days in the hours and work and studying and stay with my family is so important as well. So I think I organize my routine. For me, is organization is the key of everything in the life.
I agree with you, Erica. And for you, Laura?
So for me, I'm trying to do that balance. I didn't achieve that yet. So sometimes I sleep very late to try to study after my work, or even do my work during the night, because during the day I had some meetings about the pursuit of my PhD. So yes, as Katiana said, it's really hard to balance that. But yeah, one day I will discover the right formula.
Thank you. And Leanderson?
Well, I don't know if there is a balance this for me because I work from home. Is as if my work and my family were also at the same time and the same. So I consider it how I don't know how to answer this question because, for example, my bed is near for my computer, so I can get off my work and stay home. So in the same place, in the same moment, don't know what I mean? So I take care my job and my family in the same time for now. For example, for now, I'm studying, and in a few moments I will take care of my baby, my son, and bef before that I will get back and to study a little more English, and so it's not a balance for me. It's all at the same time. All happens at the same time.
Yes, sometimes make a balance. It's so hard, guys. Hello, Hugo, Sydney, and Arthur. Who was the conversation in the other room? Hugo.
Hello. Again, it's very nice. Uh, I believe talking about this is important. Uh, I I start my week very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Hugo. And Sydney, who was the conversation in the other room? The topic, it's good for you?
Yes, it was very good. It was amazing. In fact, it makes us think about ourselves, our goals, and the obstacles we have to face day by day in order to achieve that goals, that objectives. It was very good. Thank you, Katian, for that topic.
Thank you, Sydney. And Arthur.
Yeah, it was a very nice conversation with Christian, Hugo, and Sydney. We spent a good conversation, good reflections, I think, and a lot of tips too. So it was very, very nice, very productive conversation.
Oh, thank you. Now it's time for the say bye-bye